See, that was the cave. The cave does have some importance. And up this road is actually the Stone Tower. Stone Tower is actually the 4th dungeon. This doesn't mean we actually go in here and we're in the 4th dungeon. You actually have to do quite a bit of climbing to actually get to the dungeon, but we do have to climb up there to get to the 4th dungeon, so we'll be doing that later. And here we have the fairy fountain for the 4th dungeon. Can't do anything here because I don't have any stray fairies. And yeah, that's basically Ikana Canyon in a nutshell. So let's freeze a Gibdo for no good reason. Oh wow, you actually can't freeze them. But you can burn them. I'm really just doing this for fun right now. I have nothing really to do right now until nighttime. But yeah, when you set Gibdos on fire, they'll turn into Redeads. And Redeads are pretty much just, you know, Gibdos. They're the same basic enemy. They might have less defense, but I don't know that for sure. And let's burn the crow just because. And I think we're actually done with the canyon for right now. But we do have that warp point, which is nice, so I don't have to worry about doing any more climbing. Okay, so let's get out of here and let's actually go back to the graveyard. I'll probably cut out some of this footage just to save time. Okay guys, we are back in the graveyard. The reason why I'm flashing blue right now is I touched one of the blue bubble enemies outside this area. And whenever you touch those enemies, you become temporarily stunned. And when you're stunned, you can't use your sword for a few seconds. So that is why I'm flashing blue. Anyways, in the graveyard during the nighttime of all 3 days, you will find the Stal children basically guarding a specific grave. What you have to do with them is, while you're wearing the captain's hat, talk to them, and they will mistake you for Captain Kita. I know it doesn't make very much sense mistaking me for him, seeing how the size is 100% inaccurate, but whatever, we're going to use it to our advantage. So, every night, you can ask them to open a grave, and each grave will actually have a reward of some kind. Now, one of the rewards is actually required to beat the game, because you learn an ocarina song, and you can't actually go anywhere unless you have that ocarina song. So, you do have to do this at least once, but you have to do it on the first day. Since it's the second day, I obviously can't really make any progress in Ikana Canyon, so what I'm going to do is, I felt like I'd go ahead and, you know, get the mask just because, and then get all these other rewards so I didn't have to worry about them later. So the reward we can get on the second day is actually a piece of heart. To get it, though, you have to wander through this little area. Make sure you have the Lens of Truth equipped, because there are hidden enemies, and hidden walls, and hidden pathways, so make sure you have that Lens of Truth, because it will help you right here. Okay, so where is the Lens of Truth? Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I already have it equipped. What a very dumb moment for me right there. So yeah, just be careful in this room, try to take out all the enemies, and make sure you actually look around the entire room, because sometimes you won't really know if you killed all the enemies or not, so just make sure you take a good thorough look around the room. And of course, if you fall off the ledge, you have to do the entire room over again. And all the enemies will of course respawn as well, so just keep that in mind. But now that we're done with that, in this room I believe we have either a hidden wall or a cracked wall. Okay, the wall is definitely cracked, so let's get our bombs out. And we will use them to explode this wall, which will uncover a door. Inside this door we have an armored soldier, the Iron Knuckle. The Iron Knuckle is a very, very powerful enemy unit. It's not that hard to kill, especially if you know what you're doing. The basic procedure when fighting the Iron Knuckle is move up to it, wait for it to attack, Z target, and then jump attack it after it finishes attacking. So, you know, it's just a basic, you know, get close, run away, and then retaliate after he attacks. Really not that hard to fight. Especially if you have the Gilded Sword. The Gilded Sword, it only takes 6 hits. It's a lot harder if you have, like, you know, the weakest blade. But yeah, once you defeat the Iron Knuckle, it will give you a treasure chest, which we'll have, as I think I already explained. It has a piece of heart. And that piece of heart actually gave us our 15th heart container, meaning we only have 5 heart containers left. One of which is an actual heart container, and the other 4 are just 12 heart pieces, so we're actually getting pretty close to finishing off the heart pieces. We don't really have that many left. And if I remember correctly, there are 2 side quests, or, well, not really side quests, but like 2 sets of 4 hearts that will just basically, you know, be 2 containers in itself. I'll explain what I mean later. I'll be doing one of those in this cycle. So let's kill the stupid Skulltulas, get them out of the way. Make sure we get rid of all the enemies this time so I don't fall down again. And there we go. Okay then. Just navigate through this part very carefully. Again, if you fall down, you have to go back to the beginning of the room, and then all the enemies will respawn, so you do not want to fall off and do this over and over and over again. And there we go. We are done with the second night's gravestone. And we will, of course, come back for the third night and get the reward for that. Over there is actually where you can get the first reward. And I believe there is actually a way to get over there during the second night. But it involves sequence breaking and some very quick and careful jumping on these pillars. So, obviously, I'm not going to do that, so I'm not going to worry about it. But right now, I'm actually done with what I need to do here, so I'm actually going to warp back to Clocktown so I can start another side quest. So, I will see you guys back at Clocktown. Okay, guys, I am back at Clocktown now. And I took the liberty of doing a few things off-screen. The only thing I did off-screen was I got the Moon's Tear from the observatory, so that is what I have right now. So let's go back to this one Deku Scrub, the same Deku Scrub we did business with at the very beginning of the game. We gave him the Moon's Tear, and he gave us a land title deed. We originally used the land title deed to give it to the hand in the toilet. However, there is actually another use for the deed, and we are going to show that off in this cycle. The land title deed actually plays a very important role in starting a trade quest that will eventually give you 4 heart pieces. Basically just 1 heart container. So that is what I'm actually going to do at this point. I could have actually done this, or at least part of this, earlier on in the project, but I wanted to wait until now because, I mean, in order to get all the heart pieces, you have to have every area opened up to the extent that I do now. Because in order to get the last heart piece, you have to have Ikana Canyon open. So that is why I waited such a long time to actually get this done. But anyways, what we do with the land title deed is first we got to go to the southern swamp. And over here at the tourist information building, if you remember correctly, there is actually a business scrub right here. If you talk to him as Human Link, he will start talking about wanting to move to a different location. So, in Deku Scrub World, different locations can be given to other businessmen through the use of land title deeds. So I'm going to give him the town title deed, and he will give us the swamp title deed. Since we have the swamp title deed, we can actually use this Deku flower now, and we can use it to get that heart piece, which is on the roof of that building, which many of you guys kept pointing out to me, even though I told you guys that I couldn't get that heart piece yet, but Do not worry, I'm going to get it right now, so... Let's get the Deku mask on. And... Whoa, okay. I'm not sure if you can actually see it on the video, but I'm actually experiencing quite a bit of lag right now. Hopefully this doesn't affect the recording too much. Oh well, whatever. Next I'm actually going to be warping to the Northern Mountains, so I will see you guys there in the same room with the business scrub in that area, so I'll see you guys in the Northern Mountains in a second. Okay, the Deku scrub that is in the Northern Mountains is outside the Goron village area. It is the same business scrub that actually sold us the biggest bomb bag earlier. What you have to do to get the attention of this one is you have to, first of all, you have to have the swamp title deed, and second of all, you have to be wearing the Deku mask while you're talking to him. And then pretty much the same scenario will play out like it did in the swamp. He will start to mention other places where he wants to, you know, take his business. And he will ask for a title deed, and then you give him the swamp title deed. And then he will give you a title deed of his own that will allow you to use the Deku flower in this area. And the Deku flower will pretty much lead you to the same reward as it did in the swamp, a heart piece. And I am still experiencing lag on my recording. Again, I don't know if you guys can actually see that, but with the way some of my videos have been lately, like, I mean, I'm sure you guys can see it. I really don't know what's wrong with my capture card. I hope it's nothing serious. Because I am, like, in no position to get a new capture card. So yeah, just use the Deku flower and get up here for a piece of heart. Okay, I'm probably going to stop the recording right here and see what's wrong with my capture card. I really don't want to risk it right now, so... I will be right back in a second, and I will see you guys in Great Bay, where I can get the next business scrub flower heart piece. Okay guys, I'm back, and here I am in the middle of Zora Hall, right outside Lulu's room. As for the lag issue, I'm not really sure what's going on. I looked at the video afterwards, and it seemed fine. So I might just be paranoid or something, but... I could clearly see lag on my end, though, so I'm not really sure what's happening to my capture device or my computer or whatever. But there's no lag, so I guess that's kind of the point here, so that's good, no lag. So, in Lulu's room there is another business scrub, and there is a heart piece up high, so let us give this business scrub the mountain title deed. And sure enough, we get the ocean title deed. So now we can use that against another, or not against, but give it to another Deku scrub. And then of course we can use this flower, which is always a good thing. So please hurry up and fly away. The flying away takes so long for some reason. And I love how there's just a giant hole in Lulu's ceiling. That's just weird. Okay, so let's get in the Deku flower and let us get this heart piece. And there we go, heart piece gotten. So I will see you guys at the canyon for the final trade quest heart piece. Okay, hoping I can fit this in with just enough time left, because I'm coming to the end of this video. So this Deku scrub wants to go to a place with a nice sea breeze, so let's give him the ocean title deed. And he will give us a huge rupee worth 200 rupees. It's a shame I had 150, so I just waste 150 of those rupees, but no big deal. I don't really need rupees anymore in this game anyways. I have 5,000 in the bank, so I can always take some of those out if I need to. Okay, the Deku Scrub will fly away. And we don't get any more title deeds, but we can use this flower to go over here and get this heart piece. So that is it for the trade quest heart piece. And that gives us our 16th heart container, so only 4 more heart containers left.